This message is for the CC family, for CC family members who are with us, for CC family members who left us, and for their larger family. First, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Well, this is Christmas, this is the end of the year, this is a time of reflection for all of us to sit back and see what we have accomplished the past year and what are our plans for next year. This is for C as a company and for you as an individual. This is what I do each year. Well, this is a time of joy, a time of peace, a time for you to spend with your families, and I hope you take some time to do that during this holiday season. This is a time to help others. You know, in this difficult world we are living in, spend some time to help others if you can. If you cannot give material things, do some time of volunteering work. If you cannot, or you don't have even time to do that, at least smile. You cannot know what does a smile do to a person. So today, I'm gonna go over 8 points, and I hope I'll go quickly, to tell you where CCC is today and where I see things going. Cover geopolitical, CCC and the Arab world, CCC's success formula, CCC's financials, sales, a message to all of you, the CCC family, CCC culture, and the conclusion. So let's get started. We are living in a geopolitically strange world. A few years back, it was the United States, it was managing the whole world. Now we have a multipolar state where we have China and you have United States. And why does that create difficulties? Because some countries before used to live with both. Now we are feeling more and more, whether it's China or the United States, are trying to ask people to take sides, which takes a little bit of difficulties to be able to do that, especially the Arab world. Also, we are having new problems that are emerging that affecting the world as a whole. We have Ukraine war. We know that Iran and the United States will not agree on the new nuclear pact. We know now we have a new government, right-wing government in Israel that might change its relation with both the Palestinian and the Arab world. We know that, or we anticipate, all the experts say there's going to be a little bit of a slowdown in the world economy. We know and we have seen an increase in prices of material, increase of fuels. We have seen shortages in the supply chain. We have seen shortages in manpower supply. All this tells us it's a volatile world. That way, we as CC has been more alert. We have to see how we can adapt to it. Now the Arab world, and more specifically CC in relation to the Arab world. Although there's an economic slowdown expected in the world, the Arab world to a certain extent is immune, at least the GCC country. I'm not talking about the full Arab world. And we as CCC will still, with this volatility, be able to catch, in my opinion, quite substantial amount of work. And I'm talking specifically on 4 legs. The first leg is the social infrastructure. As you know, the Arab world, 380 million people, and there's 60% less than the age of 25. We have one of the highest fertility rate in the world, 3.1 versus an average of 2.4. That means more population. That means more need for people to house them, to school them, hospitals, road, water, power plants. All this social infrastructure needs somebody to build. The government don't have enough money to fund them. So there were both, we're going to see construction, government-funded projects and privately funded projects. And I see a big role for CC there. Second point, oil and gas. CC has been always very strong in the oil and gas. And with the Middle East still being the major source of hydrocarbons and very cheap cost of production, lots of these countries will invest themselves or through oil companies in the oil and gas. And we, as CCC, are positioned in a good place in that region. Third is the energy transition. The whole world is changing to renewables, solar. They're moving into green hydrogen. They're moving into nuclear. And we as CC are placed in all that value chain. We have just recently completed in Egypt a solar plant. We just have one recently in Saudi Arabia, the hydrogen, green ammonia, and we're following in Egypt and in Morocco other green hydrogen projects. Nuclear, you know that Abu Dhabi just completed the huge nuclear plant. Egypt is embarking on its first huge nuclear plant. We are also venturing into Africa, into compact nuclear plants. So, energy transition, CC will be well positioned. Finally, the Middle East is strategically located between Asia and between Europe. And when you are located like that, it's excellent for material and people transportation. So you have ports, you have airports, all of them are going to be expanded. You just learned recently about Saudi Arabia announcing a huge airport, and of course, railway link. So in summary, although there's a geopolitical slowdown around the world, we expect CCC to play a good part in the next 2 to 3 years in these 4 types of projects. CCC, in my opinion, has 5 reasons why we are very successful. Whether there's a boom, whether there's a slowdown, and these are: first, we are diversified technically. What do I mean? I mean, we build a small road, or we build a small building, or we build a mega refinery, or we build an airport, or we build a LNG plant, or we build a green hydrogen plant. CCC has diversified what it can build. And the good thing about it is with our own people. Our people are multitask, multidisciplined, and this is something, in my opinion, have helped CCC survive the ups and downs. Second point, CCC is well diversified geographically. At the peak, 6 years ago, we were maybe operating in 40, 45 countries. Today, maybe we're operating in 20, 25 countries. So, as you know, construction business is cyclical, up and down. If there's a huge job in Abu Dhabi, it's jobs in Abu Dhabi, we are there. If there's a slowdown in Abu Dhabi, we go to Saudi Arabia. If there's no job in Kuwait, we are in Oman. If in the Middle East, GCC, there's a slowdown, we are in Egypt, we are in Mauritania. We are even in South Africa. So having this presence in multiple countries can diversify the cyclical business in the oil and gas. Third point, we are a family company. Family company, what does it mean? It means that our company is owned by the Khoury and the Sabbagh family. So our name is associated with CCC. That means we cannot hurt our name. If you lose your name or your reputation or your name, that means the market doesn't respect you anymore. So what does that entail for CCC? It entails we will not allow any job to fail. We will finish every single job. And not many contractors will do that. Many contractors, they're losing, they run away and go home. So when we sign a contract with a client, they know CCC will deliver. That's the third important thing. Another successful reason is we are a lean organization. It's true, we as a family now are only on the board. We have professional management running the company. But if there is hard decisions to be made, the management can convene the board, which is family and non-family, and we can make quick decisions. And this doesn't happen with quickly as CC with other organizations. Lastly, we have a distinctive CC family culture. And what does this family culture result in? It results in a very dedicated, loyal staff. Most of our staff have been with us for 30, 40 years. If you go to other competitors, every 2, 3 years, if somebody pay you 10% more, they say goodbye and they go to a new job. And we thank our loyal staff that have been with CCC for years and years. A little bit now on CCC financials. Last year, we did a revenue of 1.8 billion and we made a profit of 27. Thank God this year, which is 2020, we made a profit of 15 million on a revenue of 1.5. Why the revenue went down? Many of the projects were delayed. Next year, we expect new sales, and we are targeting at least we have a revenue of 2.5 billion, if not more. We have been able to reduce our debt by half in the last 5 years. We have been able to collect many of our claims and variation, not all of them. We still have a lot pending, but we have reduced many of them, This has improved our cash flow. And most important point is that this month, in December, we moved CCC holding from Lebanon to Cyprus. Why did we do that? Unfortunately, our beloved Lebanon financial system went a little bit in difficulties. The government went in difficulties. And this way, we are now, the holding is a Cypriot company. We moved some of our people there. So now our company is an EU-based company. I think this is it has an advantage to our clients, to our banks, and how people perceive us outside. The year is almost over. This year we'll do sales anywhere from 2.7 to 3 billion. And however, next year we expect more sales. We already are lined up for quite substantial award early next quarter, first quarter, and we expect 2023 to hit 3.5 billion in sales, and 2024 to hit 4.5 or even more in sales. And this is not just wishful thinking. We have clear targets that we are focused on. What's our focus? Our focus is very simple: LNG plant, petrochemicals. Our focus is mega heavy civil jobs, like metros, like airports, like heavy projects related to specifically Saudi Arabia, related to recreation, hotels, etc. Where is our market? Our market is our traditional MENA region, the GCC, plus Africa, both North and South Africa. And of course, the CIS, where we have a good position, whether it's Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, and Uzbekistan. I'm happy to say that going into 2023, we have a backlog of $3 billion plus. And as I mentioned, based on the sales we are forecasting, hopefully next year we'll even have a bigger backlog. First, I want to thank all of you, because you stuck with us and you helped us in the past 3 years. Without your dedication during these hard Corona times, during these hard financial times, we wouldn't be here today. And this is really, again, thanks from the bottom of my heart. I will tell you that better days are here to come. Not because I want to lift your morale, because that's a fact. We have enough reasons to believe with the jobs that we're going to be awarded, the CC will be in a better position in the next 2 to 3 years. And that means CC will be financially better and you will be rewarded better. For those who left CCC and are still capable of joining back, welcome back. With the $3.5 billion sale next year and the 2.7 or 2.8 this year, we expect more people need to rejoin. And you are welcome back home. If you are with other companies and you are happy there, we have no issue. Please stay there. But if you feel you need to come back to your home, you will be welcome. As for those who left us and who are old, who have retired, we have a retirement age of 65. And anybody above that, we want you to retire gracefully. And if you have any issues, please talk to HR. You are still part of this family even if you left. My simple recommendation is try to make meetings, try to meet in coffee shops, restaurants, because many of the people, for example, in Athens here, do it once every week and they get together and just for socializing and they feeling that they still belong to CC. And believe me, you still do. My final point or message to the employees is that we are a company that cares. And we have to give back to society what it gave us. So first, as far as the environment, we have very strict rules how to protect the environment wherever we work. And you as individuals should do that as well. Save on energy, save on water, recycle material, etc., etc. Second point, social responsibility. We have to give back to society as much as we can. And this we do it, as all you know, in our projects. We have to give back to the environment we operate in. And if you have time, please give some time for volunteering work. And the third time is good governance. You have all to adhere to good governance, to transparency. Anybody that violates You have to raise the red flags. And we have to be good to all stakeholders. Our stakeholders, not only us as owners. The stakeholders of CCC are the vendors, the suppliers, the bankers, the clients, the government who operate in. So in the spirit of giving back to society and sustainability, we have to be good to all of these. Thank you. All of you know, CCC has a very distinctive culture, and all our employees, whether new or old, adapt by it. And what is our culture? Our culture is loyalty, is hard work, is full transparency, it's fear of God, it's make sure that we do everything in excellent performance, that we don't accept to be second to none. And we ask all of you to make sure that old and newcomers adapt to this culture. And the good thing about this culture is that it makes a very criteria. People who adopt this and follow it stay within the system. I know many people who joined CCC and who didn't adapt this culture. Although they were better technically, or maybe smarter, the system itself threw them out. Now, another part of our culture is innovation. We were always the leaders. We are ahead of others in many things. Whether when we started the oil and gas business, or whether we want to move into solar or other new innovation. So what I want you all to do is sit back and think how we can innovate and do things better. And another point, change. We in CC always, our culture is to adapt to change. And this is what I urge you, please, don't say no, but look at change, because sometimes change can be to your benefit. In conclusion, I would like to say, and this is item 8 and the final item, CCC survived COVID. CCC survived the last 3 years of slowdown. And your dedication and your hard work and your loyalty has brought us where we are today. We are hoping better times the next 2-3 years. We and you will get the benefits of that. And I would like to end by one wise man, what he once said. Do not judge each day by the harvest you reap, but judge it by the seeds you plant. I wish you all, your families, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.